Hi. Okay, so the problem is with the Word 1 simulator, specifically it looks like task 3 in the very first part of that task. And I have to tell you, I've been going through this a couple times. I thought right away I knew what the problem was, and I knew that it dealt with the preciseness of the instruction. And so that's the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that when you're working with the simulator, the instructions have to be, finely honed and interpreted, because the computer only wants you to do exactly what it's telling you to do. So, for example, sometimes a click is being monitored. Theoretically, there should be a lot of different ways to do the same task. I think what we might be running into here, excuse me, is that is a little nuance to how it's grading it. Okay, so I'll tell you my experience. I was able to successfully complete it, but I did also experience issues, and so I'm going to tell you, because I think this will not just help you on this assignment, in this task. I think it'll help you on future ones as well. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is show non-printing format marks. So I'm going to go up and click that, right? So it did that. And then it wants me to insert a hard return, in other words, hit the enter key, immediately after the question mark in the sentence ending with finest. And they're telling me that I can find that word in the first body paragraph. Quick note here, they're saying body paragraph because according to Word, anytime you press the enter key, they would consider that a paragraph. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to tell you the difference. Okay, I'm going to tell you the difference. They want me to insert a hard return immediately after the question mark, not the question mark and then a space, because they're going to have me delete the space. Okay, now a minute ago I did this and I got an error doing it, and it was because I did probably something that they did not want me to do. I clicked with my mouse about right here, which put the cursor at the end of the row. So in other words, finest question mark space and then my cursor. And I just used my arrow key to arrow over so that I was in fact right next to the question mark. And when I did that, the computer did not like it. So I think that could potentially be, if not your problem, it could be someone in our class's problem, and I think I'm going to share this video with the class. So whenever a student has a great question like this, I do try to share that information with the class. So I want you to see, this is called my I-beam, this cursor. This is called an I-beam because it looks like a construction I-beam. And I'm going to put it, see how close it is to the question mark? It's here, it's not here. It's not here, it's not here. It is, I'm here to tell you, it is right next to the question mark. I'm going to click, and I'm going to move this out of the way so that we can see. Do you see where it's clicking? Where it's where it's blinking? Press my enter key. No error message down here. I'm completing it correctly. Now, you can see at this point, just to finish this task, that there is a space between the start of the paragraph and the S in Swan. So I'm going to press the delete key, which is what they want me to do. And then they're going to continue on. Okay, so I do that to show you that it's possible and that I completed that task. Not the whole task, that step in the task. I am going to reset the question, if you see that reset button down here. And for anyone who might be having problems with this is a good point to very quickly say, if you go to Learning Aids and then Practice, a lot of students jump to watch the video, and if that helps you, I love it, use it. If it helps you to read the instructions, love it, use it. But the practice will walk you step by step by step through it. And truthfully, in the practice,
On the Home tab,
I was able to
in
get
the
away
paragraph
with
group,
using my
click
arrow keys.
Show Hide.
Okay, so here you see how it's telling. Now be careful here. Don't just click, 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 and memorize click, click, click for 30 seconds, because if you do, as we continue into other assignments, you're going to have trouble. So I'm going to click that.
Click
Okay.
after the word finest, but before the space following the sentence.
Okay,
Press
now
Enter.
watch in this area here, because it's telling me to click after the word finest. And I'm not. I'm clicking deliberately in the word finest. Did you see it? It told me that was wrong. So now as I arrow over, see, I didn't click after the word finest. And so one thing the practice has done for me here is it's tried to let me, it's giving me different verbiage. Okay, it's giving me different verbiage. Here it just says insert a hard return. Here it's telling me click. So there's a little disparity, I suspect, in the instructions. And when I try to press my enter key, it's telling me it's wrong, even though I've used my arrows to move the cursor to exactly where it's supposed to be. Because in here, this instruction is to click. Okay, it's to click. Okay, so we're starting to see, let's see if I do that exact same thing. Yeah, I clicked exactly where my cursor was. Now it's all excited that I'm finally on the right track.
Press
right?
Delete.
Okay, so I think that's what the problem is. It's just there's a little precision here. So I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. And, you know, we just need to know that on this one in particular, when we come down here to the word finest, it's not so much insert a hard return. That's definitely part of it. But they do want us to click very precisely with our cursor after that question mark, so that we can get that one correct. Okay, thank you for the question. I appreciate it. I think I am going to share this with the class because it's just helpful. Remember, pause email, very helpful. Thank you.